Hello there, Laurel. I guess I sent the message of live a bit too soon. Or a bit too late, I guess. No, yeah, it's too late. I cannot words today. Welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Streaming on another night where you're working the next day. I always stream on a Thursday, Ender. Anyone who's seen the previous episode might remember this is not exactly where we left off. There's good reason for that. I wanted to do some Tiger to get a very specific item. Do 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 do.
Let's rest.
So if we just hop back into the portal. Past 2 weeks I've been working on Fridays. Fair enough. I actually don't have anything to say to that one. Just fair enough, I guess. What kind of mod? Oh yeah, it's an agility mod.
Don't expect me to do everything for you.
It'll be my pleasure.
As you can tell, Poppy QT is now a dark element. Actually, yeah, no, considering what I'm doing, I should probably swap that around. I don't know why I didn't think of that before, but yeah, doing it dark should give us some sort of help later. Okay, I can't equip the dark. Now I can. And let's set that with... a fast blade switch 3. The character with green hair and glasses remind me of Sucrose. Who's Sucrose? And I'm guessing you mean Pandoria. Which is fair.
I will do my best to prove my worth.
Genshin Impact and yeah. Fair enough. So, today we're going to give another try Otherworldly Fighter. Okay, I need to have those specific blades engaged. Fair enough. Yes, I know you're broken. But still.
Friends best show what friends capable of. Not one Archmage will watch from safety.
Although I have a feeling this is not going to go very well. Because I just remembered I forgot specific items. Oh well.
Torna hungry is coming for them.
There we go.
A hero's work is never done.
Don't get them.
Friends to the end. Don't slack now. Push them back.
Black Abyss.
Executioner! Admiral War! Power of Poppy!
Take this!
What Poppy did? Tenebris what? Cleaver!
Let's do this!
Done well! I've been waiting for this. No shortage of strength. Cleaver! Time to shine! Just give me
Bang. And then Hypergraviton.
Blade combo, third stage. Awesome.
Elemental Awakening.
Speedy sword!
I'm ready!
Yes! Please leave it to Torna! Rest!
Elemental Awakening. Over.
This is unexpected.
No more. Black Abyss.
Black Abyss. Black Abyss. Black Abyss. Complete.
Laying down law.
Blade combo.
Shows okie dokie. See you, Ender.
Awesome.
Have fun. So as you can tell, why we lost last time was the endless summoning. Ah, that didn't work how I wanted it to do. Oh well. Was because she kept... Yes, this is basically how this fight goes. Hypergraviton.
Blade combo, third stage. Awesome.
So, I'm guessing you can tell why we're doing this because of Ghost Walker and Ghost Factory. No more 100 shells for you. And now... Ah, it didn't work. Oh well. There we go. If we just seal reinforcements, she can't Ghost Walker us. Let me just spam seal reinforcements and this.
Here comes Thunderbolt Z. Monarch, show me the way. Super.
There's one.
Get him, Morag.
As planned.
That's elemental burst.
Round extend.
Do it, Tora. Tora, right on time. Understood. Poppy will give it her all.
Astounding. Oh, we ain't done yet. Corbin. They're toast. Astounding. Get him, Morag.
As planned.
There we go. Madeline 16.
Magnificent.
Not doing a metric ton of damage, but we're doing enough.
Magnificent. Finish.
Short don't have to change the future to having QTEs, I see.
You're about to get a taste of Sunline Ninja Bushido.
just change the few team moments. Yeah, basically. Instead of manually changing it. Oh, there she goes. Overdrive.
Rock cleaver. Threat level is significant. Master, do it. Stand with Poppy. Poppy laying down law.
Go for it, Poppy.
Bridget, none can withstand my blade. Don't get stepped in. Thanks for the support.
Nice one.
This is power
Let's do this.
I've been waiting.
Also, I like how Morag doesn't actually have any healing on her. I just noticed that.
Nice one.
Hyper Graviton.
Flame combo. Third stage. Awesome.
Bridget, none can withstand my flame. Please leave it to
You look almost friendly when you're asleep,
I'm indebted to you.
I still love that line of "You look almost friendly when you're asleep." Have some fun.
third stage. Awesome.
Speedy sword! Yes! It's like you don't have bloody moments rest.
Reinforcements failed.
Show him a smidgen of the eye of shining justice's power. Here comes Thunderbolt Seek. Show, nice. Let me try.
Okay, I didn't manage to purge the awakening. Oh well.
Just like Ryan. Get him, Morag.
As planned. What can I do for you?
An elemental burst.
Think you're up to it, Torna? Torna right here! Poppy! All power to weapon systems!
Astounding. Not enough for ya? Magnificent.
Oh, never mind, I did purge the awakening. Oh no, yeah, getting rid of the orbs does that as well.
Get him, Morag.
I completely forgot about getting rid of the orbs.
Magnificent.
Think you're up to it, Torna? Torna right here!
Magnificent. Finish. Let's do it. Don't slack now. Push him back. You look almost friendly when you're asleep.
Resurrect Morag.
I'm indebted to you.
I just need to get back here. And continue spamming this. Go for it. I love. This is why Corvin's so good, by the way. Also, yes, this is a song from Xenoblade X in this fight.
You look almost friendly when you're asleep, Morag.
I am indebted to you.
Got it?
I'm really bad at not letting Morag, like... Hyper Graviton once more! Bang! Hey, we got an item reward! How much?
I'm alright. I'll be just fine.
Budget, she's going straight for it.
Just follow my
So,
lead. Monado, show me the way. Magnificent. Get him, Morag.
As planned.
Tell her. What can I do for you?
Elemental burst.
Think you're up to it,
the reason I'm using Talos so much is that she has a really good art. Is that her damage increase is just really good. And for level 2,
Magnificent.
she's nearly down.
Get him, Morag.
As planned.
Because obviously Talos gets an attack, gets a power boost for each time her driver is KO'd.
Magnificent. Finish.
An arresting display of strategy. What nonsense is this? Let's go! Execution! Did you see what Poppy did?
Don't slack now.
Sliding slinger!
Just mashing the button as she's just refilling my arts over and over again.
Don't slack now. You look almost friendly when you're asleep, Morag.
I am indebted to
Got it?
Wicked arts! Please leave it to talk!
Go, Black Abyss!
You will not fall here. Did you see what Poppy did? Admiral Wolf! Executioner! Don't get that!
Hyper Graviton once again!
Blade copper. Third stage.
Combat Limbo didn't even get a chance to work. See, that went so much smoother
Get him, Morag.
than last time because we just absolutely destroyed her ability to summon clones.
Elemental burst.
Think you're up to it, Torna? Torna right here! Poppy ignition!
Magnificent. Not enough for ya. Magnificent. Corbin.
The time has come!
Magnificent. Get him, Morag.
Very well.
That's 16!
Magnificent.
Think you're up to it, Torna? Torna right here! Reporting in!
Magnificent.
Seems,
Enemy down.
seems the simulator Cellular Torna and friends serious!
Nicely done.
Boom.
Did
Beaten.
you see that?
All from actually being strategic and remembering, oh yeah, seal reinforcement is a thing. Dark Tide probably would have worked just as well if I remember correctly, so... Yeah, we had a couple of routes we could have taken for that one.
To match success of friends!
What is this place? Are you okay? You're not prone. Yeah, what about that? What is the word you keep using? Prone? You're saying it like it's a race or something. I know Gomode, Ardanians, Tantalese, and so forth, but I never heard of a prone. Nor do I, I'm afraid. I don't recall ever hearing of them. Until just a moment ago, you look just like prone. Just like my mortal enemies. I thought this was a battle simulation. You're telling me it's all real? Was this that trader's plan all along? Friend, very perceptive. Whoa, where'd he come from? Friends sound startled like 10-ton gorilla with fancy name appear out of nowhere and start playing electric guitar. Mr. Artsage, respectfully, so it was you who arranged this? Indeedy doodle. Upon Artsage capable of do almost anything in pursuit of entertainment. That's a weird thing to boast about. I did wonder why a run-of-the-mill trader was calling himself the Nopon Archsage. And anyway, what kind of strange tech did you put in that battle simulator? Oh, nothing much. Just a little trick for spirit. Awake consciousness of Elma to this here land of challenge. So my real self is still in New LA, inside the simulator? Very much yes. I'm glad we sorted this out so quickly. He says my consciousness, but it feels like my whole essence is here. What's your end goal? Very good question. Answer is simple. To realize ambition of Nopon Archsage and make the lifelong dream come true. Dream? What dream? Could it be to make Alma and me and you, Rex, meet face to face? It is as Shulk say, it's dream of everyone to see Shulk and Elma in one place together. Who the heck is the everyone in that sentence? I can't believe this. All the machinations just for this. No, I forget myself. First, I should apologize to all you. I mistook you for enemies and attacked without provocation. The fault lies with me entirely. I hope you forgive it. Relax, there's nothing to overlook. It was all just a big misunderstanding. What? My name's Rex. What's yours? I'm Elma, a member of Blade, a private military outfit based in NLA, a human colony on planet Mirror. So what you're saying is you're a Blade? Oh, yes. You know about Blades? Know about them. Dear madam, we are Blades. Blades and drivers, that is. Wait, what? What does driving have to do with it? But only Poppy is artificial Blade. Please to remember. No, hold on. I'm getting confused. It appears to me that the word Blade may have different meanings in Rex's and Elma's worlds. But that's exactly why it's so delightful. Right, let's get things straight then. In my world, Blade indicates the organization. And yours is a species? Race? Is that correct? You're not a million Titan heads off, but you're not quite on the money. When a person touches a core crystal, the life from that is born in that instant. That is a Blade. A life born from a crystal then? And they come in all different shapes. Hey Elma, I notice you're not surprised at Gramps and Dromark speaking. Right, well, maybe I'm just used to it. Many different races call Mirror home. Weirder still, we can all communicate freely. Some ascribe it to conscious interference by some unknown party. Your planet Mirror. It's the first time I'm hearing about it. Your world certainly seems different from ours. Bionis and Alres were relatively similar in comparison. Definitely. At first I just thought you guys came from some humanoid titan that I'd never heard of. Hold on, there's something I want to check. What is problem? Why friend Elma looking at Tora like Tora eat Elma's breakfast? Don't you dare say that's not like something you ever do, Tora. But Tora just met Elma. When Tora have time to go to otherworld and eat someone's breakfast? Speech pattern definitely matches. You said your name was Tora. Are you friends with a Nopon called Tatsu? That absurd! Tora not have any friends called Tatsu? I think I'm slipping into Tom Fawkes' voice for Tora a bit there. Fine then. Seems I got the wrong Nopon. The Tora I know was smaller anyway, and a far sweeter child. Tora copped to being larger than most Nopon his age, but never thought sweetness would be put to question. Easy there, Tora. I know it's a sore subject, but we really need to hurry this conversation along, alright? You pronounce it Nopon. Over here, we say it with a short vowel. Are the creatures themselves similar? The appearance of... Oh yeah, I completely forgot she'd be saying Nopon. You can tell how used I am to this game and Xenoblade 1, can't you? The appearance and mannerisms are the same. I can't really see any major differences on the whole. Well, it might support the hypothesis that my world is different somehow, and it might be a little late to say, but... Rex, and you, Shulk, I'm ready to accept that you and yours are not simply virtual simulator entities. Well, that's a relief. It's just a step away from being friends. Pyra's right. After all, it didn't take us long to ally with Pyra and her friends either. Yes, I certainly get that impression. Oh, I bonked it. Rex is so short. Meh. This is exactly the scene that I'd say to write about so many stories about and post up to our gentle notice board. For an Archsage, he sure got some kiddie-like dreams, eh? You could say that again. The Nopon Archsage writes fanfics. You do not make fun of Dreams of Archsage. Dreams of Archsage is chance for friends. Great chance to earn some experience and get awesome loot. That is an enticing proposition, but I do have my duties as a Blade Colonel to perform. Can't afford to spend hours on end stuck in a simulator. That is problem that barely problem. Nopon Archsage have already tweaked relative time stream flow rate setting. For one day that passes in this realm, time elapsed on mirror is precisely 270 milliseconds. Milliseconds? Did he just make a unit up there? In other words, I can spend an entire year here and lose only 10 seconds on the other side? Just so. Perfect for trading stuff. Also, Archsage deeply impressed with my arithmetic skills. Need to train those. No need to train those. Yes, I can appreciate the usefulness, and, thank you? So what Rex think? Want to borrow strength of Elma, just like he did with Shulk and Fiora? Make Elma our ally! Of course, you can never have too many friends. That's decided. From now on, I'll be at your command. Looking forward to it, Team Rex. And now, you can now engage Elma as a Blade! Currently, she's engaged on Rex. You'll be able to engage her to any driver, except Torna, without having to use an overdrive protocol. To do so, simply select her on the right driver's Engage Blade screen. I hope you're looking forward to discovering how Elma performs in battle and using her to the utmost. However, you won't be able to take Elma with you when you leave the Land of Challenge. When you travel through the portal to return to Alrest, Elma will be removed from the party, so make sure to factor that in when you're planning your journey. Rumor has it that among the various rewards that the Nopon Archsage gives out for his challenge battles is an item that will let Elma enter Alrest. If that sounds good to you, then by all means, be sure to tackle those challenges as they come up. Engaging Overdrive is a special ability that Elma has. To use it, press R and minus with Elma on the battlefield. Doing this requires a full party gauge. Hit with arts while the overdrive is engaged, and the hits will be counted on the overdrive counter in the middle of the screen. Hits with specials count at 5 times rate. You can gain 3 kinds of bonuses by raising the hit count: damage boost, recharge boost, lower enemy resistance. The effect increases with the hit count. You can increase the duration of overdrive by filling up the entire party gauge while overdrive is engaged, and then activating overdrive again. However, while overdrive is in effect, party gauge gain is reduced, and you can't use chain attacks. Be mindful of the downsides as you think of the best time to use it. So, we now have Elma.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
So, what do you think of that then? Tutorials have been updated. Where do we find these tutorials? So, Nopon Stone. Okay, so, if we go to the Archsage's Orderly. Laurel, are you still there, by the way? Oh, friends mentioned they on Nopon Stone. And he sorted through Nopon Archsage's stash and found some choice pickings. Yeah, as it is the point of this game. Please to peruse at your leisure. So yeah, obviously we've got all these things we can equip, as well as some idea boosters for Tora's idea stat, and some special and some skill RAM that can be kind of helpful. That one can just be especially helpful. Others, not terrible. But we'll be needing a metric ton of Nopon Stone for that. And I will show you exactly how to deal with that. However, first things first, we should go over Elma. So Elma is a... Well, she's got the archetype Ralzis. I can speak. She specializes in critical hits. Because of course she does. Well, what does the Shining Star chip do? Oh, yeah. And she also has 3 affinity, 3 thingies. 3 of these thingies. Alright, so for this, I'm going to have to sort it out to improves attack. Indoor attack up. HP attack boost. And sure, affinity max attack. Going all in on the power for her. Because she is very aggressive. Sliding Slinger increases damage dealt to high level enemies by 60%. 100 Shells increases damage dealt from the back by 100%. Violent Streak adds a 60% chance of dealing a guard annulling attack. Overdrive is its own skill. And as you level it up, you get more time for it. Crisis Catalyst increases damage dealt by 90% and critical hit rate by 20% at max affinity. That's really good. Just by itself. And then Background Noise increases damage dealt from the back by 30%. And that goes all the way to 150%. She's essentially got Dagas's skill already equipped, essentially. She's just got Dagas's skill plus extra. Is that party or is that by herself? No, yeah, it's herself. She's got Dagas's ability for herself, though. So what happens if I, for instance...
We can do it!
Do that. And then, ooh, let's see, what's... Yeah, let's just pop Wolfric on there.
Don't expect me to do everything for you.
So, you want to see something cool? There is something very specific that we can do. And it involves going into custom difficulty. I'm reducing everything down to this. I don't need to worry about that. And then just basically increasing everything that's good for us and decreasing everything that's bad for us. Option stat, yep. And then we go. I hope.
Friends
Oh, hang on.
show what friends capable of.
I forgot to double check what arts Rex has with her. So Rex has the obviously dual swords based on the twin rings because of course it would be. Shadow Twist, Mystic Strike, Trick Shot, and Dark Edge. Well, I'm definitely going to replace Mystic Strike with Shadow Twist, and then I'm just going to bop, 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 bop. There we go. Do that, and then...
Friends best show what friends capable of.
Hang on, I'm going to need to double check this specifically because it's a very specific setup. It's a very funny setup though, so it's not too bad. Where is this thing? Oh, right at the end, if I remember correctly. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so yeah, I was wrong. Okay, so I'm going to need to hop out real quick. You might have actually noticed that there wasn't really any, that Alma didn't have, that there wasn't like a huge, that conversation that we had after the fight didn't have anything specific. Well, that conversation we had after the fight didn't have any vocal interactions between the characters, let's say. They weren't voiced. That's what I'm trying to say. That's because Alma was apparently pretty out from what I know. Alma was pretty much a last-minute addition, so they didn't have the time to get all the voice actors back, and so they really just had. They basically could only get one of them back. Okay, let me just grab these pouch items real quick. And then we just have to hop back to the ladder challenge. We're not going to be able to, like, yeah. So basically they've only got Alma's voice actor. It also extends to character voice lines.
Where do we go
A lot
from
of the
here?
voice work is essentially pretty generic, if I remember correctly. Like, if you switch to Alma, they'll say the lines for like a common blade rather than for anyone special, because obviously they couldn't get the voice actors in to record specific lines for her. It's unfortunate, but it's just a thing that is the case.
I pride myself on being a good teammate.
We can do it!
I will do my best to prove my worth.
Counting on you!
I pride myself on being a good teammate.
So then we want special recharge items on Rex. And
Let's show
To
what
go onto the
friends
custom
capable
difficulty
of.
tab and find this one, the Chicken Heart Challenge. Ah. I need to keep this. Yeah, that's what I need. That is what I need to do. Okay. So we're going straight into Chicken Heart Challenge.
Archstage will
Sorry, we're just
save
double checking
this.
something. I keep getting distracted from this stuff, don't I?
The challenge battle begins.
The enemies don't notice you until you actually attack them.
Let's show 'em a thing or three.
So it's L and minus. Okay, it's R and minus.
One last hit. Make it a good one.
Time to pull your weight. End it all.
Come on.
Great.
Get me the order. Defeating world.
There we go again.
Make it a good one.
Time to pull your weight. End it all.
Come on.
Excellent.
I guess I really am the best. One last hit. Make
There we
it
go.
a good one.
Time to pull your weight.
Also again, yeah.
Ready.
End it all.
Come on.
Excellent.
Give me the order. One last hit. Make it a good one.
Time to pull your weight.
That went way quicker than I expected it to. Whoops.
Great.
I guess I really am the best. Gotcha. I am come. Go for it.
Just keep spamming.
Steady. Drill. Hit it. No.
Laying down law.
Flame combo. Thursday. Great.
Just like that.
And then just continuously spamming this art.
Bridges.
Arms, Lady Mora. Finish. Give me the order.
Go for it. No. Fire. You have unwavering resolve. Hit it.
And then
Time to shine.
Good go.
basically just spamming that over and over and over again. That's essentially how you get a metric ton of Nopon stone.
We can do this all day. Now, please to receive.
I think the amount of Nopon stone you pick up also influences the
Treasure
amount of
acquired.
drops. So the amount of ether cubes you pick up also,
You're
I
all
think
mine.
also... Oh, a horn chip. Insect Hunter and
You're
Jamming
all
6. Yeah, you can also get Rarity 6 stuff from here. A Crimson Headband. What does the Crimson Headband do? The Crimson Headband. Increases critical damage by 60%. Equipping that immediately. I think we just go for something that improves attack. Yeah, Brenda's Van Braces. We can actually get even higher damage from her.
Friends best show what friends capable of.
It's going back in a chicken heart challenge. Let's
Welcome
go. Let's see if we can't get this done even quicker.
Okay, time to take you down. So it begins. Gotcha. Let's give him the full treat.
This is the culmination of years of training.
Oh no, I didn't topple.
Don't get them more.
Oh no, I died.
Isn't over yet, my boy.
What?
Time to shine.
This is not your place to fall.
I feel better now, thanks, Morak.
Moving into stride.
Let's give him the full treat.
Give me the order.
Gotcha.
Target in sight.
One last strike. Make it a good one.
Time to pull your weight. Edge it all.
Come on.
Great.
I guess I really am. One last hit. Make it a good one.
Time to pull your weight. Edge it all.
Come on.
Don't get them
Hit it,
more.
never
Right.
Small fry like this.
Gotcha.
Breaking.
Let's give him the full treatment.
I've been waiting for you to say so. Make sure to strength. Rip them apart.
Blade Hopper, third stage.
I like how it's like I'm trying to show off this really awesomely cool, powerful thing, and it doesn't want to work.
Arms, Lady Morak.
Why not? Hit it, no. Hit it, no. Why not? Hit it, no.
Masterplan's modification working out fine.
Yes. Solid strategy.
Look at how much damage we did during. Yeah. So overdrive is basically it's kind of like the chain attack of Xenoblade X. Wait, spend that game's equivalent of the party gauge to initiate a state where you're literally just destroying all the enemies at once.
Magnificent. Splendid.
Treasure acquired. You're all mine.
It's essentially like it is here. You get a metric, you get a huge damage, you get a lot of damage buffs and all that, along with essentially, yeah, it's a state where you get a lot of damage buffs and a lot of other such really cool things. Ether. I've actually forgotten exactly what it is. Yeah, so let me just double check. I keep forgetting how to talk. I'm really bad at explaining stuff. Okay. Okay, so in Xenoblade X, the wow, I cannot remember what I'm talking about. In Xenoblade X, the mechanic is known as obviously the game functions very similar. Oh my god, can I actually just say something that actually makes sense? Okay, so in Xenoblade X, the gameplay functions very similarly, or the battle system is quite similar to Xenoblade 1's, where you have a palette of 8 arts active at any time, and they all function on a cooldown system that recharges as you, like, just over time, rather than specifically through actions like in this game. However, that game has multiple weapon styles, as you saw with Elma using both two twin swords and dual guns. It has a class system, where if you use a specific... where using specific arts will... well, each class has a specific set of skills, and obviously I can use a specific melee weapon and a specific ranged weapon. And thus, arts have different classes. Orange for... well, arts have different colours. Orange for melee, yellow for ranged, green for healing, blue for aura, and purple for debuff, essentially. Arts. Overdrive, once you activate that, essentially triggers a counter that increases your damage, and along with a few other buffs. The more you raise the hit counter by using arts of the same color, with activating with grey or activating overdrive again, counting as a free space for you to continue the counter. So you can essentially change colors just by continuously activating overdrive. You'll gain various effects, such as increasing the time overtime is active for, increasing your damage, gaining that game's version of the party gauge through, like, just during when you attack, just as you do it. And essentially basically fighting the end game bosses is essentially doing nothing but spamming overdrive again and again, and comboing enemies using some of the game's busted arts like Ghost Walker and Ghost Factory, which essentially activate what's known as decoy status, which gives you at max level 6 free hits each time you use it. It's kind of ridiculous. I might end up, if I ever play that game on stream, I will show you. There's some really powerful arts, and it just gets bonkers busted. Any hoodles. As you can see, we actually managed to get 31 flawless knock-on stone and 60 knock-on stone for that. That's a little ridiculous. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Oh, he actually sells bitter chocolate. But yeah, so that's basically everything I wanted to do. I think the only things I'll be getting as much knock-on stone as I can off screen. I'm buying a bunch of these that I'll use before restarting. Buying a bunch of the costumes before. Yeah, look, we can. There's so much we can do. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I can show how this works by, where is it? There it is, Disguised Pyra. So if I go into this, I'll show you how the costumes work first. So if I change to Pyra, so it's a booster fusion combo effect by 30%. So they're essentially Orcs cores that they're like the highest. I think they're equivalent to level 6, I think, of their highest version. Some of them are useful, some of them aren't. I can't buy all the costumes. I can buy, like, most of them. At least one of most of them. But if you equip these costumes to the correct character, then now Pyra's got her disguised appearance, where she was wearing the little hoodie. So yeah, I'll be like off screen grabbing a bunch of. I'll be doing that specific one again and again and again, getting as many much Nop on Stone as I can, training in for all the costumes, and then during the New Game Plus playthrough, I'll be showing that off.
Friends best show what friends capable of.
Oh yeah, Elmer Redux. So that's one of the things I'm going to be doing. Another thing is I'm going to be taking stock of every single unique monster we didn't fight in the main story. Or didn't fight. Well, yeah, I'm also going to be getting a bunch of extra core chips and like giving them to characters so we can have them be as best equipped as we can. And as I'm going to see here, I'm going to be getting. I'm going to be making note of all of them and making note of every single enemy. What was it called? No, not every single enemy. I'm going to be making note of every single. Every single unique monster we didn't fight, and then we'll be fighting that in New Game Plus as well. And obviously, I'll be making sure I grab specific items that I want to grab beforehand as well, obviously. That's going to be everything, I think, for this playthrough. Oh, right, yeah. Because we got Elma. We got Elma. We got... I've showed off how to get all of those. So... Oh, yeah, I'm good. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm also going to grab any, quests that we didn't get. I'm also going to grab any quests. Merc missions we didn't get. And, yeah. So... That's it for this part of the stream. That's it for this stream. It wasn't very long, only about an hour. But I am going to be... Well, I'm not going to end the stream. I'm going to... I'm not going to end the stream. I'm just going to add in the brackets... There we go. And you know what? I am going to end it. It's a pity I can't snip this up, isn't it? It's a pity I can't, like, segment this. Darn. Is there a way to do that? I don't think so. Oh well, I'll just label this as like... So yeah. You can see what I've been playing a lot of lately. Because now, we're going to have a little bit of fun, you might say, by going to Torna, the Golden Country. Are you ready?
to begin an entirely new adventure.
Pound cat has returned.
Laurel? How far back is this going? I actually have no idea. I don't have it in my headphones, so I don't actually know how long this is going. I was going to ask, are you ready for a new adventure? An adventure from 500 years ago.
You can change the difficulty settings for any time from there. Here we go.
The year was 3564. The 107th Indoline Praetor, Rhodalis, had sent an armed expedition against the country of Sia. Its capital, Amranta, fell overnight and sank beneath the clouds, along with the rest of the Titan. The destruction of Sia shocked all the nations of Allrest. Officially, the act was attributed to a military alliance led chiefly by Indol and the emerging power of Mor Ardain. In fact, it had been the work of one blade, the Aegis, a man known as Malos. Said to be the architect's word incarnate. Back then, neither Laura nor myself knew how closely his fate would prove to be tied with ours in the days to come.
You're that eager to die? Then allow me to assist.
There's no end to him.
And it's not just the Volcan Ferris. Even the Belufo's caught up in it.
Laura, can you smell it?
Huh. Ugh, it stinks like...
Yeah, no doubt about it. Blood. It's driving them crazy.
When approach an enemy and press the R button to engage them. With an enemy targeted, press A to draw weapons. A character with a weapon drawn will auto-attack.
Alright, follow my lead.
They'll live
With
to regret
every
this.
auto-attack, your arts gauge will fill up slightly. This is called Arts Recharge. With the gauge full, press the corresponding button to use an art.
It bounced.
If you use an art at the precise moment an auto-attack connects, you can cancel into the art without winding down from the attack. This is called action cancelling. You can cancel arts into specials too, and by unlocking certain nodes on affinity charts, it becomes possible to cancel arts into other arts. A successful cancel will charge the special gauge more than usual, so it's worth learning this tricky technique if you want to maximize efficiency. A team is composed of a driver and their blades. The level, AXP, HP, strength, ether, agility, dexterity, and luck stats are common to all members of the team.
My senses are heightened.
You read my mind.
As you can see, we're actually getting to play as Laura and Jin. One down. In battle, a team is split between the vanguard and rearguard positions. The character in the vanguard is the attacker, while the rearguard plays support. You, as the player, directly control the vanguard. The rearguard will attack and provide buffs automatically.
I'll protect you.
Your life.
When you receive an attack, the damage you took will be displayed as a red bar indicating recoverable HP. This damage is healed by using your vanguard switch. The recoverable HP will drain over time. Performing vanguard switches whenever you can and keep your HP as high as possible is the key to victory. When a team's HP reaches 0, they'll be incapacitated. If you can't continue the fight, you'll be returned to the last landmark you passed, without any further penalties. So, as you can see, fighting was quite a bit different 500 years ago. Once the rear gauge fills on a battle, you can press up or down to pull on a movement called a vanguard switch. When you trigger a vanguard switch, the rear guard will move up to trade places with the vanguard, while attacking with their switch art. After the switch, the new vanguard's art gauge will be full, ready to be used immediately. So a vanguard switch is a good way to press and attack.
You'll answer to me.
And that gets rid of the ball.
Chill stroke.
Blades don't... Oh, sorry. Drivers don't fight a lot with it. Don't fight with their blades weapons in this time.
Yeah.
As that art has obviously not been very,
You'll watch my back, right, Jin?
Catch.
There's the Balufo. A special is a move that uses cooperation between team members to great effect. Using arts will in turn charge the special gauge. This is called special recharge. When this gauge is full, you can press A to use a special. Also, this song is chaotic and I love it. At least that part of it is. You can charge the special gauge up to beyond level 1. All the way up to 4. Whereas level 1 has the vanguard attack alone, levels 2, 3 and 4 are a real team effort. But first, here's a free special gauge top up so you can try using a level 4 special and admire Laura and Jin's flawless coordination. When using a special, a button challenge will pop up on screen. Press the right button at the right time as instructed, and the move's effect will be magnified.
I need your help here, Jin.
Good. I'm with you. Excellent.
Midnight Sun!
Laura.
Thank you, Jin.
Well, we've got room for improvement.
Of what?
This fighting style. It magnifies our strength, sure, but it leaves us wide open. When the sword is in my hand, you're left defenseless.
What, you won't keep me safe?
Huh?
I'll keep you safe always.
I'll keep you safe, always. You still remember that?
I've thought about it. Every day for these 17 years.
I'll never forget it. The day you set me free from a life of misery.
I see.
The feature that the arrow is pointing to right now is the compass. The markers on it show you where Laura and her friends should go next. The number above each marker gives a distance to that objective. Also, if the objective is located up or above or below you, you'll see an arrow pointing up and down. Now the arrow is pointing to the environmental info. This gives you the name of your current area as well as the weather and the time. The mini-map gives you an idea of what's around you. Pressing the left trigger lets you change its zoom and size, and the mark in the center shows your position and facing. Lastly, your current objective window. This explains what Laura and Co should be doing right now. Now, a piece of important advice. Did you see that notification said new tips have been added? In this game, you can check previous tutorials from the menu. The notification just now was to tell you that new options have been added to the menu. If you run into something you're unsure if you're on something you're unsure of while playing, go to main menu, system, tips to see if it's been explained there. So yeah. Reviewable tutorials. Immediately a step up. Also the save icon is Jin and not Rex, which is that's a nice touch. So if we hop back over here, I think it is. No? Oh. Yeah, so we've already seen a decent amount of Asaria Woodland, where you are right now, is a special kind of area known as a landmark. RS features 3 kinds of areas: locations, landmarks, and secret areas. You can instantly travel to any previously discovered landmark or secret area from the skip travel menu found in the main menu. Have you noticed how helpful these tutorials have been? Because for the most part, this game's just got really good tutorials.
These guys should be no problem.
I won't enjoy this.
More trouble?
My timing. I haven't played Torna in a while, so it's going to take a while for me to get back to used to.
It's my turn.
Try this on this side. I like the way this is going.
Yes, this should do nicely. I will go stronger still.
Yeah, that one blew me away.
We got a rigid vest
Confirmed.
and a new art for it.
Keep up, Laura. Chill stroke.
Take this.
Snow blast.
Oh yeah, just by pressing up and down on the control stick, we can actually change who starts the battle. So how about we actually have a quick check on our characters. So here's Laura. So we got, I guess I could equip a rigid vest. I cannot speak. Jeez. She starts with her own weapon, the Blazing Blade. Adds a 10% chance of auto-attacking again after a successful auto-attack. So she has a whip on her that's fire element. And of course we've got pouch items still in this game. So Path of Thorns is a 50% damage ratio after cancelling an auto-attack. And Hungry Snake spawns an HP potion when landing a hit. And it's a break art. So, Moon Dance is one of her rearguard arts, which is a simple attack with does a little bit of damage and it lowers enemy resistance. And Spindle Step, which doesn't really have a special effect. Due to how powerful that one is, it has a massive cooldown. And a switch art is Touch Me Not, which inflicts launch on a single target that's toppled with no other special effects. As for Jin, his art is Chill Stroke, back attack by increased by 100. And Snow Blast, side attack by 50%. Kind of like Rex, really. He's got a back attack and a side attack. His rear guard's a Freeze Bomb, which increases damage dealt to toppled enemies. And Sky Cleave increases damage dealt to launched enemies. And of course, with both have, kind of okay. And Thin Ice, his switch art, which is just which is his topple art essentially. As for his weapon, he has a Nameless Odachi. We don't have any core chips. Defeat Arlo Capybara in the secluded Boneway Torna. As for his skills, he's got Hail Strike, which his special is Hail Strike, which increases damage dealt from the back by 100. Zero Blade increases damage dealt to toppled enemies. Ice Revolution increases damage dealt to higher level enemies. Transmigration increases damage dealt by 30% on every Vanguard switch. Full Restoration deals 60% more and take 10% less damage at max affinity. And Mind's Eye increases critical damage by 20%. And those go to 80, 130, and 50%. So that's and you're going to be using the Vanguard switch a lot. And he also has field skills, Mineralogy, Swift Sword Play, and Fortitude. And we have one. All core crystals in this... Oh, sorry. All auxiliary cores, sorry, come pre-filled in this game. So you don't need to worry about, well, that.
Spoiling for a fight.
Well, if you want to fight so much, come at me.
Can't continue.
Turn that frown upside down.
My senses are heightened.
You read my mind.
This game is actually, I think it actually uses, I think it uses a very much updated engine. I don't know. Considering how the fighting styles actually work, and Topple. Bam. Yeah, we got some Volt breast meat.
Think you can keep up, Laura?
I can still improve. I have to.
What did I just grab? Considering how different the battle system is, I doubt they'd work, to be honest. I believe this game, the battle system in this game uses a really weird system. It uses a much different system than normal. We just got 2 sunlight eyes. Ouch.
Spoiling for a fight.
Well, if you're gonna keep attacking me, I'm gonna keep fighting you. Now we have a look at his second art. There we go. Laura just attacks with a rush of damage. More and more Volt breast meat. I'm not complaining. But yeah, I don't like these guys clearly have very broken, like a lot of their skills are pretty broken for the base game standards, and that'll become very clear as to the reason why that is quite soon.
What happened? Are you alone?
Looks like the only survivor. These burn patterns don't look like Malice's handiwork. Must have been humans. Looting and pillaging while the world burns.
Hey, it's okay. Would you like to come with us? You don't have to worry, really. We're all good people. Promise.
You can. Good going.
And your family? Were they there with you? Should we go back and...
Mikhail.
Hmm?
My name is Mikhail.
Oh, right. I'm Laura. And he's...
I don't have a family. I was sold to this village from Estem. So, I'm all alone.
I see. Right then. Starting today, we're going to be your new family. We'll take you back to our friends and...
You people? You're strangers. You don't have to pretend to care.
You don't beat around the bush, do you? He's gonna be a handful, this one. Though really, I was just the same once. Very well. Friends first then, not family. How's that sound?
Laura,
What's up?
I'll scout the area. Look after him.
Oh, of course. Be careful. And Jin.
I know.
What was that you said, Baldric?
The Cian capital of Omrantha has fallen. Or rather, it was annihilated. Praetor Ridalis.
So it has come to pass after all.
Respectfully, you aren't much of an actor, Eminence. It appears you are not surprised at all. We heard disturbing rumors circling among the Magisters. Amalthus, whom you recently elevated to Quester? People wonder if this calamity has anything to do with that man's blade. With such extraordinary power, is it really wise to,
No matter whose power affected it, it is sure to serve the greater glory of Indal. The architect will surely be pleased.
Eminence, do you believe it can be controlled?
If it cannot, I will let him take the blame. I have spoken. Thank you for your report, Magister Baldric. You may return to your duties.
Whenever I hear the name Baldric, I can never think of anything except Blackadder. I really can't speak, can I? This looks like a good spot to set up camp. Yeah, I'll start preparing the food. Oh wow, you're a star, Jin. What do you reckon you'll make? Let's see now. I should be able to get my hands on a few choice ingredients around here. If we can find some Torna trout, deviled onions, and sour avocados, I could stew them together. You like trout stralu, right? It's absolutely divine. You'll join us for a bite to eat, won't you, Mikhail? I guess. Perfect. Then let's get to work and hunt for those ingredients. All three of those things should be easy to come by around here. No need to travel off the beaten path. Now I have Mikhail as a guest. What you're looking at right now is a collection point. Check here to uncover collectible items. You'll find collection points all over Alrest, and each area will have its own selection of items to discover. There are also some collection points where you can use Blade's field skills to find special collectible items that you couldn't get otherwise. The collectibles that you find are sure to come in handy during your adventure. So if you come across a collection point, be sure to check it out. Another major improvement.
This is becoming addictive.
It tells you what kind of items you'll be getting before you pick it, so you know if you're going after the right one. That is definitely something that
Aren't
the
we
base game could have
intrepid?
done with, considering how often you need to pick up various item types.
This is becoming addictive. Aren't we intrepid?
Oh, what's this? An indigo slate piece.
Aren't we intrepid?
Golden points get us more items than normal, and often rarer items
This is
as
becoming
well.
addictive. This is becoming addictive. This is becoming addictive.
And in this game, you're really going to be wanting to grab as many items as possible. For a very good reason. Yeah, I think I got all the ones that are available to us at the moment.
Aren't
He
we
says, finding
intrepid?
another one that he hadn't picked up yet. Hey, that gets his fortitude level 1.
Half the battle is living to fight another day.
So anyway, how are you doing, Laurel? That's good. Right, we've got our ingredients. Fire's nice and toasty. I think we're all set for the night. June, would you mind making a start on the cooking? I'll get right to it. The blades doing the cooking? Got a problem with that? Better Jin than me. If I were in charge, I'd probably end up losing a limb peeling the veggies. It's not all one-sided though. Laura has her own talents, like making charms. That I could never do. Right. We make up for each other's strengths and weaknesses. Blade or driver? No one has to shoulder all the burden. Huh. Okay, I'm going to make a start on the Transstrad. Won't take long. Just thinking on what to do once stream's done. Yeah, that's fair. So we can rest. We can chat. Laura, about the battle earlier. I know, right? We were phenomenal. We're trying to do too much. Oh, what? I thought you were going to praise me. I'm only trying to draw your full power, Jin. You know that. That's fine, and I appreciate it. What I'm saying is, please don't put yourself at risk, Laura. We've been together a long time, haven't we, Jin? Ever since I touched your core crystal as a little girl. And we became bonded forever as driver and blade. Yeah. It's a bond closer than blood, I think. That's part of the reason why I want to help you too. See you grow and be there for you. That's beautiful, but you're a driver and I'm a blade. Blades protect their drivers in a fight. It's a natural order of things. Especially since we don't need to worry about being wounded, as long as the core crystal stays intact. Well, on the other hand, I'm just a human. When a driver dies, their blades return to their cores. That's why you want me to be more careful, right? Exactly. I get it. Well, it's not like I want to make you anxious in the middle of a fight. Okay, promise not to overdo it and if things start looking bad, I'll be sure to switch out with you. That'd be great, thanks. I'm counting on you then. You know I never let you down. And there's another one. Hey Jin, can you take care of the cooking? Sure. I think I can try a decent Transstrad out of the stuff we've gathered. Awesome! I could really do with a proper meal right about now. Shouldn't be too long. So now we can craft. We can go into
Now,
charm
let me
making
see.
and... Well, we can't make any of these right now. These are all pouch items that Laura can make. Cotton Charm to increase party gauge. Gain. Organic Charm does that and 50 base affinity. 10% party gauge gain. Minus 20% minus 2% physical damage taken for the Batwing Charm. And the Burly Charm is 15% party gauge gain. However, I also really like these little doodles of them. Laura looks absolutely adorable, and Jin is just like, why do I have this knife?
Don't
For
spoil
some
your
reason.
appetite before I'm done.
So Deviled Baguette, which we can make. Well, not yet. Lucky Colourful Salad, Ferris Croquettes, Hot Eggy Curry. Ruby Stew Bulufu, Trout Stralu, Rich Platinum Bonbon. All sorts we can do. But let's just do what the game asks.
It
and
came
make
together
Trout
nicely.
Stralu.
Happy Laura. Yep.
Happy Laura.
How sad. That village, I mean.
It is.
That blade, Malos. He didn't do that, did he?
The towns raised by the Aegis were completely obliterated. I plan to inform the mercenaries of this.
How could a person do something so awful?
Anyway, you should rest now. We should be able to meet up with Hayes tomorrow.
Oh, yes. I wonder if she's found any leads on Mother. I hope so, anyway.
I'll prepare food, then rest up.
Oh, that's kind of you. Thanks.
That really hit the spot. You know, I really can't think of anything better than waking up to Jin's cooking. Scrumptious. You scarf that down quick. 1 second. We can't relax. He's not going to bite you. Do the whole moody thing for you. He's genuinely concerned about you. Moody thing. Look, is there anything you need? Just tell us, alright? Nuh-uh, I'm fine. Really. Okay, I hear you. Listen, I know June can seem a bit scary, but he's really very gentle. You'll get used to him. I just need to clean up here, then we can move out. Feltley can't be far now, can it? We're meeting up with Hayes. That's right, there's still a way to go, but if we keep to the road, it won't take long. Certain places out there in the wild will allow you to make camp. The 3 things you can do at a campsite are resting, crafting, and chatting. Rest. Use bonus XP to level teams up. Craft. Use collectibles to make items. Chat. Speak with allies for advice on how to proceed. As you can see, camps are places of preparation and growth. When entering a new area, it's worth scouting out the next campsite first. Crafting is one of the actions available when camping. It spends collectibles to create out pouch items as well as valuable unique items with particular properties. As your adventure progresses, you can obtain more recipes to expand your crafting repertoire. For example, by completing quests or raiding treasure troves. Pouch items can be set inside a driver's pouch to empower that driver's team for a fixed duration. You can always create more by crafting them at the campsite, so use them as much as you can, for instance, when preparing for a difficult battle ahead. Okay, voice. Actually, if we pop back on the campsite, we've already got another fireside chat. I really hope we ought to join up with Hayes soon. It isn't far to Fetley now. In fact, we should be there in no time as long as we stick to the path. I wonder what Hayes will think when Mikal sees him. Will think of Mikal when she sees him. It'll be interesting, that's for sure. Don't worry, Mikal. Hayes is one of the loveliest people I've ever met. I'll be fine. Yeah, these are essentially there for, like, these get updated about once every story beat.
me see.
Don't spoil your appetite before it came together nicely.
So Team Laura can level up if we need him, but we're not going to bother. But yeah. They're there. You get a new campsite conversation pretty much every story beat. And it's basically there to tell you, like, oh, this is what you should do next. This is what you were doing before you saved and quitted. Before you save and quit.
This is becoming addictive.
Torna trout. Just gonna grab a few more. Just a few extra collectibles.
This is becoming addictive. This is becoming
Well, that's
addictive.
loud. Someone's triggered their alarm, apparently.
This is becoming addictive. Aren't we intrepid?
Oh yeah, and I'm going to show this off
Aren't
in a
we
moment.
intrepid?
But we go into skip travel. Look at this map. You get to see how each separate place fits on the world map, and that's just a really nice touch. You didn't really get to see too much of that in the original Xenoblade 2. There's a lot of little touches here and there. That it's obvious that the team learned from their mistakes in the first one. Have tried their best to update it and fix those mistakes in the second, along with changing the battle system quite a bit and even updating the graphics engine. In 9 months they updated they actually updated the graphics engine, which is quite impressive. It looks like you found a treasure trove. You'll discover troves of many shapes and sizes as you journey across Arrest. Some of them might be locked, so you won't be able to get the goods unless your blades have the right field skills, but it's always good to check first.
You're coming with me, treasure.
So we have a rigid vest, which I believe I already got one of. Yeah, it is pretty nice, isn't it?
All right, follow my lead.
They'll live to regret
Go,
this.
dancing man! I love that was actually quite funny.
Read my mind.
Just Jin dancing like that. Stepping stone.
I feel it.
You read my mind.
Laura, let's switch.
Take
Snow
this.
blast.
Try it. You're doing well.
Ha, I concur. Chill stroke. Zero blade. Super.
Take this.
And down.
This is becoming addictive.
Honestly, while you can switch between Jin and Laura, it's kind of better to have Laura in the lead at least at the beginning,
These guys
because
should
she's
be
got a
no
break art and Jin's switch art is a
Live to
topple.
regret this.
As you can see, we've also got Marin. There's a Marin over there.
I'll protect you. My senses are heightened.
You read my mind. Break!
It's my
I
turn.
like the way this is going.
Chill stroke. Zero blade. Super.
Try this on for size.
Snow blast. Hail strike.
Perfect sync.
Super. We'll leave the enemy in our dust.
A fluffy hat. Increases ether. We don't really have a use for that at the moment, so... Yep, level 44.
Aren't we?
Yeah, the
intrepid?
game really doesn't want. The game really wants to remember. Yeah, this is Xenoblade. You're gonna be fighting over leveled stuff all the
Alright,
time.
Follow my lead.
Laura's safety is my charge.
We edged just close enough to trigger this in that fight. As you probably noticed, the bridge ahead is out. It's an obstacle, but not an insurmountable one. Use a blade's field skill that might provide a solution. Check out the that withered tree up ahead and witness Jin's field skill at work. Incidentally, if you'd like to know more about it, you can check Jin's field skills by going to the main menu, characters, blade setup, and info. There are many places in the world of RS where you'll need field skills to proceed. Even if an obstacle seems impassable at first, it's worth getting a bit close to see if you can do something about it. Let's see what this fly's got.
They'll live to regret this. I feel you.
I like the way this is going.
Not too bad. Laura, let's switch.
I like the way this is going.
I will grow stronger still. I wish the battle could have been avoided.
But that's
Fly
war for you,
stinger,
I
fly
suppose.
stinger. Well, we've got some items that we wanted at least. Although, if we hop down...
This is becoming addictive. All right, follow my lead.
We get an Oopa that we haven't been able to fight, or we haven't fought yet. Yeah, you're going to be wanting to fight quite a few enemies because there's various things in this game that you're going to want. Oh, we got a new one! Spinning wheel, aggro down, and an AoE.
My senses are heightened.
You read my mind. You're coming with me, treasure.
We got a Fang chip. And it's so nostalgic, just starting all over again. Might as well increase the Nodachi's power. Now let's have a look at our arts. There's not really much point. Oh yeah, we also got Frostbreak for him, which is just an ether attack. Doesn't really do anything special. And Star Slash, 50% chance to annul defense. I'm gonna say...
Polish to a high shine.
Then we can do that one
This
as well.
power is for you.
You're not really going to be wanting to upgrade the rear guard arts too much. Obviously, going to want
Watch
that.
for this one later.
Maybe like towards the end of the game, but really at the beginning of the game, you just want to be especially at the beginning, you just want to be focusing on the vanguard arts. Create path.
This is becoming addictive.
Alo Capita. Is that what that was? Yeah, that is what that is. Well, we might as well take these out since Jin wants
These
to.
guys should be no problem.
They'll live to regret this. I feel you.
Yes! Spinning wheel!
I'll protect you. Laura,
I like
let's
the way
switch.
this is going.
Chill stroke. Zero blade.
Best of luck!
Okay, so we need to deal with one more of those things. No, just a couple more wisp boopers.
These guys should be no problem.
I won't enjoy this. This can't continue.
Turn that crown upside. Spinning wheel! Wildfire snap!
Excellent.
That was nice and easy.
May the next one go as swiftly.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to wait. I have to go find another one.
Even on familiar ground,
Aren't we
must stay
intrepid?
vigilant.
Aren't we intrepid? This is becoming addictive. All right, follow my lead.
Laura's safety is my charge. My senses are heightened.
Spinning wheel!
Laura,
Can't
let's
just leave
switch.
it there. Best of
Chill
luck.
stroke.
Take this!
Hero blade.
Dream team confirmed.
Think you can keep up, Laura?
Aren't we intrepid?
You know, considering Jin doesn't like fighting, as he very clearly like
You
pointed
can
out
rely
just
on
now
me.
when we were fighting, he sure does get into it, doesn't he?
Aren't we intrepid? Aren't we intrepid? We made it. Good
Harald
stuff.
Hills. Harald Hills. If you try targeting all sorts of enemies, you'll occasionally encounter ones whose target icon looks a different from that of normal enemies. We call those unique monsters, and they're a little bit special. Unique monsters are much tougher than the regular kind. Even the strongest Drow and Alrest often have trouble with them. So if you take down a unique monster, you'll surely earn the respect of people all over Alrest. That said, they're not a challenge for the faint-hearted. You want to make sure you're prepared if you plan on surviving all the powerful attacks they often wield. If you defeat a unique monster, a tombstone will remain at the site where it fell in memory of its legendary life. Some say that if you press A at the tombstone, the monster will rise from its grave to reclaim its former glory.
Aren't we intrepid?
What? Harbinger Cavill, level 23. We are nowhere near ready
Right,
for that yet.
follow my lead.
Laura, stay close. My senses are heightened.
Spinning wheel! Break!
My
We're
turn.
doing well.
Yes, this should do
Take
nothing.
this.
We may have turned the tide.
I think we can
Star
perfect
Slash.
signal.
Think you can keep up, Laura? Snow Blast.
And there we go. We got his key affinity reward, finally. And I guess give him an emergency guard. It's not like he's got anything else we can give him.
I feel my power surging.
Aren't we intrepid? Spoiling for a fight? Happy to oblige.
Level 5 monster. Alright then. Vein of Pain!
Heart of Thorns!
I feel
You read my mind.
this is less than tenable.
Turn that frown upside down.
Spinning wheel!
Vein of Pain!
Thanks.
Catch.
Now we're getting into the rhythm.
Rest. I feel
Wildfire snap!
super. Laura, let's switch.
Best of luck. Dream team
Cold
confirmed.
with each day. We'll leave the enemy in our dust.
Why did I want to do that? Because if I can figure out how to get up here. There we go.
This is becoming addictive.
A special spot for Jin's mineralogy. So we get some rare stone and all sorts of other items. Let's see, can we fight
Right,
this thing now?
Follow my lead.
I won't enjoy
We're only
this.
one level below it. As you can tell, Laura is fire elemented.
Not too bad.
Heart of Thorns!
I feel you.
You read my mind.
Spinning wheel! Break!
flashy. Okay, yeah, we can deal with it. That is good to know.
This is becoming addictive.
Level 9 Fane Buffalo. Bulufo, sorry. Not Buffalo.
Spoiling for a fight? Happy to oblige.
Oh god. Do not want to do that. Really do not want to do that. If we come over here, we get Old Machine. Nothing here for us now.
This is becoming addictive.
Some for me.
Aren't we intrepid?
Some rare stone. Lots of marine over here.
Aren't we intrepid?
I think it's guarding a gold spot. Ah, that's what I was looking for.
The suspense is killing me.
That one is not what I was looking for.
Aren't we intrepid?
A Grimdark Crab.
Follow my lead.
Oh no! It's turned into Y2K or Y40K or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure that's considered Grimdark, isn't it?
I feel you.
Spinning wheel. Break. Wild fire snap. Can't just leave it. Take this.
I wish the battle could have been avoided.
But that's war for you, I suppose. Oh. I think we've been spotted.
Ah, doesn't matter, I can fight it.
Never again.
Thanks.
Bum,
Never again.
bum, bum, bum.
This is less than tenable.
Turn that frown upside down. Oh, the thorns! Break! Now we're getting
Don't
into the
overdo
rhythm.
it.
I'm fine. Just fine.
Not bad, right?
Yes, indeed. This just isn't our day.
Snowblade.
I like the way this... You need healing.
I'm not done here.
You'll watch my back, right, Jim? Wildfire snap!
Rest in peace. Fawn, heal while there's time.
I'm fine. Just fine. With you there.
In, catch. Laura, let's switch.
Best of luck. Try this on for size.
Snowblast.
Let's see what you got there, people.
You need healing.
I'm not done here.
Back into the fray.
Open wide. Rest in peace. Cat, don't overdo it.
I'm fine. Just fine.
Don't overdo it.
Now,
Let's
don't
switch.
be so reckless.
If I don't do it, no one will.
Try this on for size.
Chill stroke. Exemplary.
Best of luck.
More hold with each day.
There we go.
I think we can still top this.
That was a close one, but we managed it. Adorning slate piece. I'll wait a little bit before I try whatever's up there. I mean, I could have avoided that whole
We
fight
made
by
it.
just grabbing onto
Good
that,
stuff.
but you know.
Doesn't seem so
Aren't
bad.
we intrepid?
Okay, now what does Jin want to fight? path down there we need to remember. Crockwoods of Lorne.
Aren't we intrepid? Uh-oh. I think we've been spotted.
Oh god, there's like every
guess
single
they
enemy
had
in the
backup.
universe is now attacking us. There we go.
No longer.
Looks like Hayes isn't here yet. What the? This should be the village of Feltley.
It's almost like glass. Rumor among the mercs says that's the hallmark of the Aegis.
But why would he do this?
Look out!
Jin!
It's nothing. Let's go.
A gargoyle!
Another win under our belt?
First fight against one of Mouse's artifice. Go down. Uh-oh.
This is no normal monster.
Not an Ardanian Titan weapon either.
Maybe it's Malice's.
Get down, you two!
Holy...
That was a close one.
Looks like Malos's artificers are still roaming around.
So it was.
Hey. Wait a minute.
The emblem of Torna.
You are Jin, right? Wow, I can't believe it. I came all the way out here, and who do I say but the paragon of Torna and his driver? You're so young. That core crystal was stolen 17 years ago. Quite a feat to pull off that heist at that age.
Are you going to arrest us? Execute us?
I don't know yet. I did just save you after all.
Oh, how magnanimous.
Laura, there's no point in talking.
Have it your way.
Wow, Laura is very confident. Ready to put another win under our belt indeed.
Never again.
You're a lifesaver.
Away.
Let's heal up.
If I must.
Remember, who brought this on yourself?
Excellent.
My arms now.
Away.
Now, wait
And
just a minute.
oh, that Mithra's down. I didn't even get to say the fact we were fighting against Mithra and Adam. So yeah, because it's a story 500 years ago, we get to see how Laura and Adam met, and apparently it was
For my boss. For my
basically just
just now. For my boss.
it was them trying to punch each other in the face. That seems very fitting for some reason.
Capturing you then.
Honestly, for this series.
The hell are these two? They're just a driver and blade. Where's the strength coming from?
Well, he is the paragon of Torna.
I've had enough.
What? No. There's no need for you to...
You!
What?
Incredible! You! Both of you!
Huh?
That last attack, the force behind it was absurd. I'm amazed.
Oh, really? Well, that's just...
Oh, and passing the weapon. What a concept! How did you ever come up with that idea?
Oh, well... We were broke.
Huh?
We couldn't afford meals, let alone another sword. And so we made do.
You're kidding. Oh man, you guys are the best. I haven't laughed this hard in ages.
Huh?
I really, really like you two.
Master Adam! Sir!
Milton!
Oh, thank goodness you're all right. Master Adam, are you hurt at all? Master Adam? You can't be the Adam Origo.
The Lord of Aletta, and fourth in line to the throne of Torna.
Oh, come on, Milton. I've been with him the whole time. You really think these two would cause any harm?
You've been using your dumb artifice again, haven't you? Dumb? So yeah, sure, nothing to worry about, right?
Milton? Who's this then?
Ah, this is Hayes. She rescued me from the jaws of some nasty monsters.
Well, I'd better give her my thanks.
Hayes!
Oh, was she with you?
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, my lady.
I see. So that's when... What a sad, sad tale, Nora.
Oh, here we go again. Don't let it get cold now.
Mythra just like he digged it in the back.
So then, how come you've enlisted with a band of mercenaries?
I guess I like the freedom. This way I'm not tied down. So I can help out. With causes I really believe in, you know? Going's tough everywhere you look these days, right? Can't ignore it, can I?
I understand.
Fat load of good that'll do, in the long run. The world keeps turning anyway.
You might think that. But mercenaries and statesmen each have their own views and ways to effect change. It's not in vain.
A blade siding with humans. You don't see that every day.
I think it's blades like you that are rare.
Well, duh. You do know what I am, right?
Lacking in compassion.
Huh?
Blades like you really are a rare sight. That may be for the best.
So, about Jin. I suppose you have to take him away from me.
I could try to slay you right here.
But?
But my mission is to stop the Aegis's destruction. To subdue Malos, not to seek out lost trinkets. Who cares about paragons anyway?
Huh?
How about you two join up? Lend us your strength. You're incredibly powerful. There's loads I want to pick up from you, like that trick from before. Let's see. We'll say I found the paragon on my journey and decided to entrust him to you. To help with Malos. Well, sound plausible?
That's just...
How dare he speak to me like that? He thinks he knows me.
Course is the word.
Yeah, he is.
I meant you.
Me?
He meant you're unpolished. After you return to your core, you lose your memories. However, as you gain experience with people, gradually the nature of a blade, rather their feelings, they change and grow. You become more and more human. But you purposely keep yourself apart.
Oh, so now it's my fault?
No, not at all. I respect that part of you.
Hey, are you angry? About this whole Malos thing?
I'm not. Whatever happens, I'll protect you. Be sure of it. We cannot simply ignore what's happening in the world. But
what?
please say you'll be careful.
I will. Your Highness,
Just Adam is fine. What is it?
the going after Malos thing. Could it wait a few days?
Oh, is there something you need to do first?
Well, yes.
You see, Lady Laura seeks the whereabouts of her mother. Unfortunately, she has her mercenary duties to perform. Therefore, I often go out and conduct these searches myself.
I see. Then you found her?
Yes. With all that happened yesterday, I did not have the opportunity to say. My lady, your mother is currently residing in a small hamlet called Torrigoth.
Torrigoth.
That's on the edge of Gormott. Ardanian and Cian forces clash out there frequently. It's very dangerous.
Indeed.
Right. No time to waste. Let us head out there.
What? But what about your mission?
You don't want to see your mother?
Of course, but...
Then let's go! Malos hasn't hit that part of the world yet. It's as good a place as any to look.
You're hoping we might find him there?
Exactly.
That sounds too easy.
We go to the village of Torrigoth to find Malos. And you go to Torrigoth to find your mother. Everybody wins.
And once I found my mother, I join up with you?
That's the general idea. I'll send my people to notify your mercenary friends. And perhaps we could find a place for your mother in the capital. It should be safe there.
Is this normal princely behavior?
You think this is bad? Just stick around for a bit.
Nobody's, like, making you come along, you know.
Well, unfortunately, a driver and blade are one in body and soul.
As if you don't do whatever you feel like anyway.
I know this is all very sudden. Still, we don't know where we'll run into Malos next. It makes sense to stick together, as much as we can.
Isn't that... No mistaking it. That's the blade. And that little brat, too. Aye, it's Blue Fist. Yeah, the whole village was wiped out. Found myself some great cool crystals, eh? And I found something else too, something real interesting. Give me some time to take care of this, okay? I'll be in touch. Ha! Fate's a funny thing. Never thought I'd get to take back that paragon. What I stole in the first place.
It's really nice to have some company around here. Really makes fighting a breeze too. Well, yeah, what'd you expect? The monsters around here don't stand much of a chance against me. Your power's on a completely different level, true. But that's not what Laura was trying to say, Aegis. Laura doesn't think of blades as mere tools for their drivers. To her, they're partners in arms, am I right? Exactly. When I said we had more company, I was talking about all three of you. I don't care whether you're a blade or a driver, I'm just happy we'll get to share the time together. Okay then, that's a pretty weird way of thinking if you ask me. You think so? Should we perhaps be on our way to Yanshik Harbour now? If we keep to the road, it should take us straight there. Regular boat from Yanshik to Gormud, is it? As far as I know, it's still running, but we should probably hurry all the same. Now we have Team Adam! Now that Hayes has rejoined your party, you'll be able to blade switch. When a team contains 2 blades, performing a blade switch while exploring or in battle lets you select which of the blades will participate in the action. You can perform a blade switch by pressing the left button in battle. The technique comes with a cooldown timer, so you won't be able to use it in quick succession. By combining Vanguard switches and blade switching, you can choose the battle participants to suit your playstyle, or as the situation requires.
Aren't we intrepid?
Talent arts are now available. Nameless Wanderpond. Me as Nameless Wanderer travel through high and dry and low and wet, cold, and also warm places. Life of traveller is a lonely one, so much relief when there is chance to talk with other pond. It's such a relief talking to friends. Must reward somehow. Here, take this ox core me find lying in a nearby lake. It just fancy paperweight for a non-driver, so not much use keeping. Happy to give away. Me think it should be just right for a blade who's really into smashing and brawling. Massive melee Mithra. Yep, this game has a massive melee Mithra outfit as well. Speaking of, Sunlight Eye, Emergency Guard I guess, because she's got 3. How about we get into what Hayes is all about? Hayes is a Crossier. And her focus is on healing. Restores 10% HP and damage. Special connects, spawns small HP potions, and when landing a hit, restores 6% damage dealt to whole party, going all the way up to 10%. Headwind reduces damage taken at max affinity by 10%. Tailwind increases damage dealt to by the party by 25%. And Summer Breeze increases party resistance to all debuffs. She also has Forestry, Manipulate Ether, and Keen Eye. Her arts are Mighty Gust, which is a knockback art for one target. Swift Gale, which is 10% of which is 10% damage heal. And Wind of Healing, which is just a regular old healing art. And her talent art is Winds of Time. Reduce own arts recharge to 0 to stop enemies from acting for 5 seconds. Talent arts are essentially what you'd expect. When a character has recoverable HP, consume HP to boost attack, accuracy, evasion, and speed for 30 seconds. And finally, Glimpse of the Future. When becoming incapacitated in battle, evade a fixed number of subsequent enemy attacks. Affects whole party. They're essentially like, they're very specific. Which is kind of funny. It's one of the weird ones where they're quite specific. And some of them are better than others. Like, this one is helpful if you're on the back foot. This one, like, the 5 seconds might be useful? I don't know. And Inexhaustible is really broken. Oh yeah, her rear guard arts. She has Gentle Zephyr to cancel debuffs from enemies. Fierce Tempest has a 60%, which is a guard and ally attack. And Baric Blast, which lowers ether defense. And Stormy Skies is a smash art. And as for Mithra, she has Spectral Halo for a rear guard, which is a critical hit buff. Radiance Bomb, which is just a knockback attack with no extra effects. And Aureole. Boost recharge from auto attacking. And her switch art is a smash art. As for the rest of her arts, you might recognize them. Ray of Punishment, which is damage to toppled enemies. Lightning Buster,
Increases critical damage by 25%. And Photon Edge, which doesn't have a special effect. Do those names sound familiar at all, Laurel? Obviously, she's got the Aegis Blade. And her affinity chart. Her specials are Twilight Striker, which adds 60% chance of dealing guard nulling. Chroma Dust. Increases damage by 100% when HP is low. Terminal Flash. Increases critical damage by 25%. Her Foresight is accuracy and evasion rate. Lightspeed Flurry, exactly the same except a bit weaker, so it's only 60% at max. When at max level. Although art recharge at critical hit. Yep, they're her special. Her regular arts are her specials from the main game. I believe the animations are also the same. And Glint, which is her crit rate increase. She also has Focus, Power of Light, and Girls Talk, but we're not going to be getting that one for a while. And now for Adam. Adam's arts are Rising Arc, which is a launch art, Legion Scatter, which is a blowdown art, and Ogre Smash, which is increased damage from the front. And he also has Transcend. When his own HP is 30% or higher, you can reduce HP by 25% to extend the driver combo time. This actually makes it. This actually a really stupidly powerful art. Fury Wave, which is knockback. Shadow Thrust, which is 20% aggro reduction, and Edge Strike, which is increased damage to toppled enemies, and of course Illustrious Slash, which is a topple art.
When you've got it, you've got it.
Also, can I just say, I love the idea that Adam is essentially just like a mix of Zeke and Rex, essentially, his personality.
When you've got it, you've got it. When you've got it, you've got it.
As for his affinity chart, First Strike.
Standing on the shoulders of titans.
He is Zex, apparently.
More to add to my repertoire. Excellent.
Ah, there it is. That's the one we want. Oh, and they're both on that. That's quite helpful. As for you...
This is how I'll protect you all.
And that. So let's have a look at this, because there was a new story beat. Lady Laura, your mother is safe and sound in Torrigoth village. That's the Gormorty border, I believe. That's right. We can make our way via the ferry from Yanshik Harbour. Then I guess we need to stop chewing the fat and head out to Gorma. So we've got talisman making
This
for
one I'm
Haze,
quite proud
where we can
of.
make a soothing
I've
talisman.
made it with love.
And these are special recharge items. So bright talisman, unforgettable talisman, mystery talisman, and exercising talisman. Replica artifact making. Glutton's mask. Firmament, which increases item drop collection range by 50 centimeters. Increases lure range for the filament ring. Decreases enemy detection range from Mirror of Vanishing. The Critic's Fan, which increases your lure range. Box of Legions, which increases max pouch items by 10. Comb of Prosperity, which is increased gold. And Chain of Many Hues, which is item discovery rate by 10%. So yeah, he basically makes shop deeds in terms of what their effects are. And finally, with probably the best picture, Mithra's creative cuisine.
Time to get cooking.
Whole Oopa in a bun.
step.
8% max HP to damage barrier. The Sweet Ferris Dumplings. Chaos Stralu. Arts recharge by 0.1 each second for pureed scorpion pureed sculpin parfait. Spicy scorpion cookie. Inconceivable pudding. And grizzly millet fuel. Yeah, Mithra's not a very good cook, in case you hadn't noticed. And that's hilarious to me. That they leaned on the joke from the first game of
Aren't we intrepid?
Pyra just going, no, Mithra, you can't, don't cook, you can't cook. And they just went all in and made her an absolutely cordon bleu chef. Oh, it's amazing.
You're coming with me, treasure.
So we've got these green barrel orbs,
You're coming
green
with
barrels,
me,
which house
treasure.
money, red pollen orbs. Huh.
You're coming with me.
Might as well crack them all open. You know? Oh, actually, do we have any other things I need to... Who do these guys all want to do? You want Slash Rugal at Urkar's Trail, and Open Treasure Troves, and Calidus Scorepox. I believe we can do that right now, I believe. Come on, stop being silly. Yes, you cannot conceive of what this pudding is.
Alright, remind me why we're here again?
This is becoming addictive.
Yeah, there it is.
Heads up, people.
Just
More
focus.
trouble?
I feel
How about this? Yeah, we got this. Spinning wheel. Break.
With you there. We're doing well.
How about this?
I concur.
Try this on the side. Best of luck.
Focus your attack.
Did you actually pay attention to this one?
No blast.
So let's...
How about this?
We're doing well.
This is the way. I'll give you a hand.
It doesn't do the most damage. We got some Rogal breast meat, I think that said.
This is becoming addictive.
Well, you know what we're going to actually do for this? Because we've got a couple of pouches now.
I like talismans as much for their design as for their effect.
We've got a 30 minutes. And whole Uber in a bun.
Thank you. I'll be sure to savor it.
I'm going to say, getting favored items in this game is a lot easier than in the originals. Than in the original game.
Our knowledge is power.
Looks like you're getting the hang of me.
That's Twilight Striker, Terminal Flash, block attacks, attack from behind, succeed in a button challenge during battle. That's pretty simple.
All right, follow my lead.
I've got high
Oh
hopes
yeah,
for you,
in
Laura.
case you haven't noticed, by the fact that I've got that Team Laura seem to be kind of full, there's no core crystals in this game. The party you get is the party you're stuck with.
You read my mind. Let's heal up. Take me. We're doing well.
Lucky break. Ha! I concur.
Aren't we intrepid?
Here we go.
I won't enjoy this. I feel
How about this? You read my mind. Hungry snake! Spinning wheel! I like the way this is going.
Driver combo complete. Somehow. Yeah, it's kind of simple, and I keep forgetting to use the talent arts, but you know, it's something you kind of need to get used to.
The suspense is killing me.
And yet another rigid vest. To be fair, Adam needs something to equip, so... He has an electro greatsword, which raises his critical hit rate by 5%. And I guess increasing your auto attack damage will work. There's not really much else I can give you.
Uh-oh. I think we've been spotted.
I don't think it's spoiled, I think it just heard us. Not exactly stealthy.
Now we're getting into the rhythm. You really do have a lot of trouble keeping
But there goes immediately a better rigid vest.
It's not my fault my enemies fall over when I so much as look at them funny.
I would rather not cross swords with her again, if I can avoid it.
That was a pretty good after battle quote. That's something else I need to do. I need to show off a bunch of the after battle quotes, because a lot of them are really good.
You must look ahead.
Something for New Game Plus, obviously.
more trouble.
This is no good. I need to get a hold of myself.
You're always looking ahead, Adam. Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh? Such as?
Just don't shoulder all the burden yourself. You have us to rely on too sometimes. These guys should be no problem.
Let's see what we can do with these Grady.
Just the way I do things.
Now we're getting into the rhythm.
You must look ahead.
That's the way to do it!
I feel you.
Yeah, we got this.
Transmigration. Boom.
There must be...
I'm literally missing one score box. That's getting annoying. There's a little passageway through here.
Aren't we intrepid?
And a bunch of items. A Barney stone. And there is no response.
Aren't we intrepid?
Oh, well, there's a few items here. Nothing too crazy, though. Well, evidently the fact that it actually had a note on it means that Barney Stone's obviously important in some way. Alright, there's a score box that I can find.
Spoiling for a fight. Happy to oblige. Let's speed this up.
As you can see, that did not make recoverable HP, so you kind of got to be,
Just fine. How about this? Yes, indeed. Let's heal up. I like the way this is going.
that just killed it outright. So you kind of got to be careful when using them.
Ray of punishment! Lightning Buster!
You know, I'm really glad it was me who got to awaken you, Mithra.
Huh? What's gotten into you all of a sudden?
No reason. Just thought I should mention it.
That's cute.
Aren't we intrepid?
Well, we saw there was something under here as well.
Looks like they might pack a punch.
Apparently we're now having to run away from these things, whatever they are. Right, foiled by a wall. They cannot come in here, so we should be fine if we wait for them to stop locking onto us.
Hey,
You're not allowed to come in here, guys. You can stop now. Seriously? Stop targeting me. If I go over here, will they stop? Why are you still targeting me? At least this music's awesome. They're not going to stop targeting me.
Is it all over? We can take them on a bit later.
We'll avenge ourselves next time.
That's stupid that they would not stop targeting me.
Fine. I got your back.
That was all I wanted to do. So I guess we're just going on.
Change of pace.
Alright, remind me why we're here again?
Pebble Storm, Southern Whirlwind, Finish an Enemy, Critical Hit, Remember Treasure Troves. And you've got ones for things for later, okay. Ooh. A Crimson Slate piece.
Aren't we intrepid? Aren't we intrepid?
Lily of the Sunny Valley. Let's see what else we can equip. If we go over here, we can. Let's make some more stuff.
Now, let me see.
Cotton jar.
Pretty good, all things considered.
Don't spoil your appetite.
A
before
lucky
I'm-
colourful
just
salad.
taste it.
This one I'm quite proud.
Wait till you see what I can make.
My cooking will make you howl for more. And that's a promise.
I'm going to have a look at the crafting recipes later to make sure I can't get any of those now.
This is becoming addictive. The suspense is killing me.
Equipment, yay. Prevents feeling lost when a teammate falls in battle. I mean, upgrading the rigid vest is probably fine. Damage heal. Sure, you can take that. Do I have anything else to give you? No. Oh, do I have any weapon core chips, actually? No. Darn. Yuka's Trail. What's this? It's some kind of weird mist. Must be an ether miasma. We should do something about this before it ends up blocking the way to the harbour. This wasn't here when I passed through before. It does seem to have sprung up fairly recently. Bother, this is the only way through to the harbour where the ship departs. And there are monsters too? Maybe the miasma attracted them somehow. Indeed, we should handle this before more of them show up. Just let me out the miasma. I'll blast into next week. Yes, and everything in a quarter-mile radius while you're at it. What's the problem? Miasma is in the way. Mithra burns miasma. Miasma no longer in the way. Done. Mithra, the power you wield is undeniable, but it only takes the slightest misjudgment and we end up being no better than Malos. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think Hader's powers should be able to disperse it too. No, really? That'd be very handy. Yes, I just need a moment of concentration. Do you think you could take care of the monsters for me? Say no more. Mithra, you're up. Seems like a ridiculously overcomplicated way to deal with things, but my driver's wish is my command. That'll do. Let's go. Main story quest. What bars the way?
Ugh, we're such saps.
You can really tell how Mithra's a bit quite different from her original. This one is a main story quest, which means it's required to progress through the game story. Its objective appears on the compass as a pink ring icon. Many people you help out in the world have troubles, and they appreciate your help with them. Those characters will have blue question marks above their heads. Speak to them and they'll explain a situation requesting your assistance with something. That's how regular quests work. Resolving their issues will surely move them to reward you with a nice gift in return. Regular quests are not necessary to progress through the game's story. Lies! And are marked on the compass with blue icons. Now then, let's use Haze's power to get rid of that ether miasma.
Spoiling for a fight.
Each of your party characters has a unique art that only they can use called a talent art. If you meet the requirements for activating it, you can press the right to do so. To check the conditions and effect of talent arts, visit the Enhanced Arts menu. Talent arts have very powerful effects, but come with significant downsides as well. Be sure to consider when and how to use them to get the most benefit.
Let's speed this up.
Attacking, healing, your team, and other actions which your foes consider undesirable will make the characters perform them accrue a value called aggro. Aggro is accumulated individually by each team, and enemies will attack the team with the highest aggro. Try to manage aggro so that teams with low HP or ones with low defensive values don't get targeted. Raining in attacks for a time is a useful technique. And down. All done. Now it's Haze's time to shine. Not so fast. That wasn't all the monsters. The miasmas attracted more. We can't do our thing until they're all dealt with. Ugh, well that's lame. Lame it may be, but we can't give up now. Round 2! Against some Antols.
I think we've been spotted.
That goes. Are we done yet? Seems like it. Hey, as if you would. Right away. Titans, the great continents of Alres, are living beings, and one of the waste products they generate manifests as an ether miasma. Ether miasmas tend to attract monsters, so removing it isn't the safest of occupations. It is, however, rewarding, and doing so unlocks a new collection point each time. Clearing away the miasma requires the right field skills. This can be acquired by improving and unlocking the right nodes on a blade's affinity charts. Ether miasma's gone. Look, over there. There's a bunch of ether around here. We're bound to find some nice stuff if we look around. Ah, so the abundance of ether must have been what made the miasma form in the first place. Indeed. Well, if we run into any more of those miasmas, I trust you'll do the honors, Haze. Of course. Leave it to me. I'm so glad you're with us. Otherwise, I'd be forced to rely on that loose cannon Mithra, right? No, that's not what I meant. You've always been my only blade, so you don't have any experience of working together with other blades. That's my fault, but I'm sure that by traveling with Haze and Jin, you'll learn a lot about your own power. That's a good thing, right? Way to lay expectations on me. I'll give this cooperation thing a go, but I'm not making any promises about learning anything from it. What bars the way?
Glad we were able to help out. Aren't we
This
intrepid?
gives us various items along with the occasional enemy drop.
This is becoming addictive.
What enemy did Mithra want to fight again?
You can rely on me.
This is becoming addictive.
Off screen, I am also probably gonna, you know, grab some collectibles and items to make new recipes and such when I get the chance. If I don't do it on screen. Hey, are you drivers? Then you've come just in time. You passed that bridge coming here, right? I was headed for the hard hills that lie beyond, but then, well, then some monsters came and settled there, and now I got a problem. Please, would you defeat them for me? The dunes are the only place where you can find sand of that colour and composition. If I don't make the delivery in time, my father will surely get physical. Ugh, the less said about that, the better. I hope you deal with them soon. I'll be waiting at the Fetley Village campsite. Well, that was sudden. Are we going to do anything about it? Personally, I do feel that ensuring Laura's happy reunion with her mother is our top priority, of course. But abandoning a person in need doesn't quite sit well with me either. If we extend a helping hand, we may receive assistance in return somewhere down the line. Yeah, it really is a conundrum. It's your choice, Laura. Yeah, we're with you, whatever you decide. Thanks, guys. Let me think a while. A simple errand.
Ugh, we're such saps.
Again! The goodwill Laura and her friends create is known as community. The foundation of community is talking to the many and various inhabitants of Alrest. Speak to a person and you'll learn their name, job, and location. You can also check this information by going to the community menu found in the main menu. Talk to everyone you can and expand your community. Resolve an issue that a person listed in the community menu is struggling with, and they'll give you a token of their support for you. Collect a lot and your community will grow stronger. Raising community level will cause more quests to become available. What comes around, goes around. Spreading the community lets Laura Jin and their allies make their mark on the world. Doing good for the benefit of Alrest is its own reward. Oh, and one more thing. The menu is automatically opened every time someone's info is added to the community screen. But that can be disabled by turning on skip community registration in the options. This option is recommended for people who want to build community quickly.
We made it.
Landmark, Yanshik Harbor.
Doesn't seem so bad.
So now we need to clear out the monsters around this area. Easier done than said.
Alright, remind me why we're here again?
Something tells me these are the monsters that he's talking about. I see now. They're doing a grand job of blocking the way, aren't they? Some people just don't know when to cut their losses and quit, I guess. That's funny coming from you. I'm starting to feel for the monsters. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Lady Laura, should we intervene? Nah. They're just saying what they're thinking. That's no easy thing. Sure, they might butt heads sometimes, but that doesn't mean they'll kill each other, right? Who the hell do you think you are? Good line. Why don't you look in the mirror and ask that yourself? I hate this guy's guts. Friendly banter between comrades is music to my ears. I'm sure that together we can go far. It looks like they want to join the party. In that case, why don't we give them a warm welcome?
All right.
Showtime!
Stay focused, and we can pull this off. Let's speed this up.
Timid Volt.
I'll protect you. I feel you. Indeed.
How about this? I've waited patiently. Is this here like Lady
Healing powers activate! Cloud burst!
We are ready to excel. Now that's more like lightning buster.
I'm down.
What do you do when the going gets tough?
Well, I suppose I start thinking about the people dearest to me.
Loved ones, huh? Solid plan.
Right.
Oh no, lots of wolves again.
It's hard not to end up grinning like an idiot.
My senses are heightened.
Stay back. Solve it. Let's
Don't
beat this
overdo
off.
it.
Now the real battle begins.
It's my turn.
Heal up. How about this?
Star Slash. We'll leave the enemy in our
Try
dust.
this on the side.
Good idea.
Take this.
Good job.
Let me magnify that.
Snow Blast. It looks like I'm on dinner duty tonight. Does anyone have any requests?
Ooh, do something meaty.
Understood. Steamed vegetables it is.
Wow.
Aren't we intrepid?
You can really tell he does not like Mithra.
Follow my lead.
Keep a lid on the pet there, Laura.
This is less than tenable.
Keep going. Don't lose the flow. Yes, indeed.
Juicing the fruit.
My senses are heightened.
You read my mind.
It's my
Can't
turn.
just leave it there. That's
Star Slash.
And there's Adam using there's Adam just spamming his arts.
Follow up, Chuck.
And smash.
Indeed. Let's keep this up.
Ooh, there's a hunter's chemistry. Hey, if you would not mind equipping that. Nope, still none. And he would continue to not like Mithra. That's true. That's true. Still, I do have to admit that just him going, right, steamed vegetables it is. As soon as she requests the meat is hilarious to me. I don't know why. In case you might not get this, but this game really likes dunking on Mithra.
You're coming with me, treasure.
Like, you'll be hearing a lot of that, I'm just gonna say.
The suspense is killing me. You're coming with me, treasure.
No, it is entirely possible to get it to do that really quickly, huh?
You're coming with me, treasure.
Okay, so just a bit of money, that's fine. That's a fine. It's quick,
Diligence
it's easy,
and
and it's free.
devotion.
Yep, that's about right. These will serve as well as be it as charm or as talisman parts or as food. And now Kaim is over here. Oh, you got rid of them. Driver sure has some skills. Thanks a bunch. Simple manual labor my ass. Nothing simple about this, you old codger. And still, I gotta hurry. If I don't want to get fed a knuckle sandwich. Here, I got nothing much to offer, but take this with my thanks. We work as gardeners in the capital, my dad and me. If you're ever in the area, come say hi. I know then. How much sand did he say we needed again? I'll remember along the way, I'm sure. Community gained!
Thanks for that.
Oh. Community level up! Level 1. Man, but those monsters were a pain. Thanks for clearing the way for me. Dad and I work in the capital's gardens, so stop by if they're in the area. A simple errand complete.
Glad we were able to help
Sword
out.
charm, rigid vest, and affinity max attack. Hey, guess what? Hey, Laurie, we're staying inside Torgoth village. It's going all, I believe. That's right, we can make our way to very far Yanchikaba. Now, here's me to stop chewing the fat and have to go on. You really coming with us, Adam? Hey, my word is my bond. I'm worried about my mother, sure, but is this really what we should be doing right now? Slightly different. Not majorly, but slightly. Sword charm, which we can now make. Because we have the bladed holly.
Pretty good, all things considered.
And we can also make more cotton charms if we need to.
I know it'll be worth the wait. It's ready. It came together nicely.
Stitch by...
Wait till you see what I can make.
And now we can also make the Glutton's Mask.
Behold!
To increase item drop collection range. That's going to be helpful. So let's give him that affinity max attack since he's the one that needs it the most.
There's more to this blade than cutting down fools.
In cooking, as in combat, you need to keep your skills sharp. No, I don't have any meat. That explains that then, doesn't it? Any hoodles. I think...
This is becoming addictive.
Ah, there's another one of those old machines. Yeah, any hoodles. I think that's going to be it for today. Man, I can't believe we already started this. Thank you all for watching once again. And next time... How about we have a great time and go to Torragoth to try and find Laura's mum. See you guys then. Tatty bye.